We're good? We're good. Well, hello world. Welcome to Raccoon Studios. I'm Sean Bombs. I'm back with the Me-90 versus Strymon. It was brought to my attention in the last video that the Boss seemed like it was lower in volume, and it was about a dB on the whole average as a whole, and that I should have put the triangle Big Muff going into the Boss as well as the Strymon. So that's what I did for this video. I set it up so that the Big Muff would go into both of them using the line selector. So the line selector is my whole guitar input, and then output A and output B go to separately go to the Boss Me-90 and the Strymon. Therefore, they both receive the same fuzz. And then I have on the screen a LUFS meter for both channels that we will be recording to. Actually, let me start recording that now, in case I want to, put the files in for later. The thing about the last video I did, I have my Strymon set to the round setting that I always use. The level is where I like it, but to get the level of the Boss Me-90 to match that, it starts to break up. And that's what I said in the last video. There's a headroom issue in this thing. You can't have this level go past noon without it starting to break up, especially when you add fuzz and distortion into the mix. So B is the Boss and A is the Strymon. And just to show you real quick, I have the Boss using the York Audio, their IR with a 57, because I thought that was the closest to the sound of the Strymon, just trying to get an as close as they can. So, and then I messed around with the EQ on the preamp section to try to get them close. It's really impossible to do that. So here it is, and the level's a little low. I'll bring it up in post, but because I had to drop it to match, it's just lower than what I would normally have. So let's go back to the Logic screen. Sorry for all that, but here we go. And here is the Boss. So I might have a little bit more low end in the Boss Me-90 right now, trying to keep up with the low mid of the Strymon. Like I said, it's damn near impossible to get them to match because the IRs are completely different. But I found like the overall mid-range of the third-party IR with the 57 on it was the closest to the Strymon. So if anybody out there knows how to get these Strymon cabs out of here so I can use them in the Boss, that'd be awesome. I really don't think there is a way, but if there is a way, DM or leave a comment down below. It's probably illegal. I don't know. All right, so that's that. So I feel like they're pretty close. If you watched on the screen, it looked pretty close to me. Here, let's do this. All right, and then we'll do this one. There you go. 38.7, 38.7 integrated. So I think that's as close as I'm going to get it. And if that's not good enough, I'm not the right channel. So now we're going to do the fuzz, and we're going to start with the Strymon. So definitely a difference in the tone. I feel like there's just a better mid-range in the Strymon, and I have the mid-range on the Boss cranked here. So let me try some chords, you know, with other notes than just regular power chords. Now the Boss. Now, you know, they're more comparable, definitely. Still, there's something in the Boss that's... I kind of like it because there's like the grit factor to it, but then the Strymon handles the fuzz in a smoother way, I feel. So, you know, on its own, you might like the Boss better, but if you put it in the mix, all those little noises that are popping in and out might, you know, especially if you're recording music, like with a band and everything, then those little noises and transient spikes of that digital whatever's going on in that will they'll start to compound with snare hits and kicks and hi-hats and all that stuff, and it will end up becoming a problem. That I can promise you. So that's really it, man. I just wanted to, you know, see if I could make them closer to my first initial video, because I had a comment, and I felt like, you know, I'm doing a disservice if there's a dB, you know, if there's a level discrepancy that's major, that it's causing you to have a harder time to pick what you like better, then I'm doing a disservice. So I wanted to try to make it as best as I can. That's why I have these LUFS meters on here. So hopefully that was useful to somebody. And if it was, hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Did that not record anything? Oh, cool.